Okay, so what we're suggesting you do is read chapters 1 and 2 of the short course PDF, all right? Make sure you can do the examples presented in these readings. Let me just briefly go through that. I just open up the short course PDF. They say, do chapters 1 and chapters 2 and make sure you can do the examples. And again, this is part of your learning journey. Can you do what you've been asked to do? So again, I know it seems like, for some students, it seems like a really long document, but, I would suggest reading it. I really would, and what's nice about this document is based on a book that you could buy on Amazon. I do own the book, by the way. It's a great book, but most people with this book, they really only deal with a couple of different chapters in the book. They don't read the whole thing. So this guy wrote the book, has been very generous in supplying this book. But what's your goal now? Read through it, right? Now, of course, what we're asking you to read through, we're asking you to read through, well, not, I guess you could read through the preface, yeah. If you have not done so already. Introduction. Wow, where's chapter 1? Let's get to that. Wow, I'm there, chapter 1. So the goal here is to read through it, but as you read any document, and this is true in a STEM-related career or any career you're going to, when you read something, the intent is to understand what you read. And this is not a novel, by the way. All right, so you read through it, and of course there will be little tiny examples as you read through it. Let me just give you an example over here. This is an example they want you to read through, all right? Now, granted, I'm going to say they say you should probably run the code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my instance of, let me close this out. It's an old document to open. And let me create a new file, new. And what I'm going to do is just paste that in there. And by the way, I realize when I do a copy paste sometimes it doesn't, do exactly what I want it to. Not that I have to do this, by the way, but I'm trying to look at the document and I want to try to neaten it up a little tiny bit here. And I'm going to look at it. It looks like it's a document class AMS ART. It's a document as a beginning and an end to it. And then this looks like the content of it. So what I want to do is, I recommend you save it. So I'm just going to, go over here to my menu and save it as something. What am I going to save it as? I don't know. I guess I could save it as, file .01.tech. All right, and I'm going to save that. All right, now where you save that, it's up to you. You organize your own files. I'm going to typeset, and it typesets it. What do I see this over here? Now, what I would recommend you do is play around with this document. All right, for example, maybe you want to change this to X, change this to Y, and maybe you want to write something else in, like I've made some edits to this document. And again, you're just playing. You'll learn by playing, by the way. Typeset. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I made some edits to this document. I'm seeing x squared plus y squared. Not bad. I think I'm pretty good with that. So I got my, maybe I'm getting a little more experience. Let me close this out. And I want to show you something when I close this out. It's going to want to save it. Yeah, let's save it. All right. So here's the deal. Read, retype his code, compile, make sure it looks like what he has over here. All right. And again, he goes through step by step by step. I mean that, step by step by step. Reading is going to allow you to move forward in this sequence of events. That was chapter 1. Chapter 2, again, he gives you some source over here. And again, you might say to yourself, I don't know what to do with that. You know what? Copy. Let me go back to my LaTeX application, which is TechShop. And I don't have any file open. So I'm going to open up the recent one. I'm going to open up file 1. And I don't know. I think I probably should rename it. So I'm going to rename the file. So, there's a couple of different ways of renaming it. And I want to point over here, it does say rename it. This is one way to do it. And this is probably the easiest way to do it. Rename the file to, let me just call it 2. And again, you use your own naming convention that you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste what he had in before. All right. So it's so the source file is made up of text, math, for example, the square root of 5, emphasis instructions to, oh, look at this, something neat over here. Let's take a look, see what happens. All right, I'm getting it. I'm getting the output. All right, so a source file is made up of text. And again, you might want to edit this. All right, again, what I mean by editing it, you know, edit the file. Go back and change it. Make some changes. Make some changes. All right. Now, again, you may want to play around, with returns and spaces and things like that and see what happens. All right. Make some changes. All right. You'll learn by trying. All right. And part of the trying should be fun for you. It should be fun to see output. All right. So let me close this. And again, you would want to read through that. And that's chapters 1 and chapter 2. There's many things to learn in those chapters, by the way. Many things to learn. He gives you code, gives you output, and you could basically, that one experimental document that I had that, so with file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, whatever, or just one file, keep changing it, whatever works for you. Your goal, though, is to learn LaTeX. And the way you're going to do that is by taking tiny little steps. And those tiny steps we're taking now are basically tiny little steps. Thank you so much for paying attention, though.